You drink some of your drink.
Speaking of not producing a great show, let's get the show started and look at these unfortunate things that happen when the cartel gets involved.
So it looks like here we have 4 people. I'm guessing they were living in Texas. Decided to go to Mexico because the lady wanted to get a surgery. Some people say it was allegedly a tummy tuck. Some people say it's a
Was there
360.
BBL?
I don't
She
know,
got the
man.
bad,
Hey,
the bad man Kevo.
hey, man. If she get a BBL, I'm signing up for that OnlyFans. Yeah. I help you set it up, baby. Pro bono. But hey, man. But back to the story. Eh?
Now I know why your account's always messing up.
So I'm always calling
It's
the
too
bank.
many charges. Like, sir, you are attached to 50 accounts. They try to do 50 charges at once.
I mean, when you sign up to only, sometimes you forget to unsubscribe to some of the accounts, and they take the extra $8.99 out. It happens.
Oh, they take more than that.
Yeah, I know,
They
right?
take your pride.
I know. But back to the story at hand. So they're leaving from Texas. I'm guessing they leaving from Texas. They entering into Mexico into the beginning parts, and something tragic happens. Imagine you going on the trip saying, "I'm finna go get this surgery," and next thing you know, you're captured
I wanted to let you
by
go.
17
I said,
leprechauns.
I'm not letting you go to Mexico to get a BBL.
You won't let me go to Mexico
You're
to go to
fine the way you
BBL?
are.
I want the Batman Kevo.
That's, what do they call that? It's not a BB.
I don't know.
It's a frontal. No, but let's before we get into jokes, and I'm sorry if we're joking, and if you're new to the show, we joke no matter how serious
We try to lighten up
the
the mood,
content is.
try to make y'all feel good in this tragic incident.
But we do have a video clip, so let's get it started, and then we can discuss.
Disturbing video of 4 Americans who authorities believe were kidnapped just south of the border in Mexico. Tonight, the FBI now working with Mexican authorities. We have the disturbing surveillance video here showing heavily armed men pulling the Americans from their minivan. At least one of them can be seen being put in the back of the truck. A Mexican bystander was killed. All of the Americans are still missing tonight, and there is now a new reward for any information. ABC's Matt Rivers is in Mexico tonight.
Tonight, disturbing new video appearing to show a group of Americans being violently kidnapped at gunpoint just across the Texas border in Matamoros, Mexico. One person led into the back of a pickup truck by heavily armed men wearing body armor. A few moments later, the men pull another person into the truck bed as at least one other was left lying on the ground. ABC News has not verified the authenticity of the video, but sources familiar with the matter confirming it is a part of the FBI's investigation. U.S. officials say 4 Americans traveling in a white minivan.
They didn't even fly. Bunch of busters.
With North Carolina plates. So they came from North Carolina all the way to Mexico?
Put in the comments, was that right?
Come on, man. They need to find a better Groupon deal or something. But, I mean, this is tragic. I mean, so as soon as they the people got kidnapped, they say 2 people got shot, TV turned off, 00. And those are the 2 people on the right, the dude with the dreads, and then the dude with the blue shirt right below him. The other 2 live. And they said that they found them they was in the house. Those 2 were tied up. The other 2, the bodies were in the house too. Also, they found a Lamborghini and they found an ambulance truck. Because supposedly they were also smuggling people in ambulance trucks, getting them through the city. But this is just the ongoing thing that's going on with Mexico. Like, every time I go on Instagram, I continuously see more and more bad things happen, like people getting kidnapped.
The cartels are taking over, man. And if I'm gonna listen to someone, I'm gonna listen to my grandma. I used to tell my grandma,
What?
they got cheap vacations in Mexico. I could ball out one time. She go, mijo, it ain't it.
It ain't it.
She goes, you might come back with the limb missing or worse. And grandma was right.
That's crazy. See,
no reason to go back to Mexico, man. We don't want that stuff. The cartel runs everything. Don't believe that they have a real government down there and that the government can just help you if someone gets kidnapped or something, man. They can't do nothing. The government's got the cartel cornered before, and they've just turned around and gave up because they didn't want the smoke.
They didn't want to smoke. And also, if you've forgotten, the whole the Shaquilla Robinson situation happened in Mexico, so you already know we're still in contact with them. So that's why I guess this happened so fast. And they're like, oh, we're offering a reward. Supposedly it was $50K. A reward for what? So
information. You see that in police cases all the time, whether it's a murder or kidnapping, any information up to $25K reward. Sometimes for families or Whoever's involved will put a cash reward trying to get people to come through with info.
Okay, so if it's like that and it's that easy, since the Mexican cartel turned them back in, do you think USA gave them 50K?
Pretty sure the USA already gives them enough money. Allegedly.
Man, but looks like, yeah. So as soon as Joe Biden, he flexes big American muscles and let them know that we need our people back. Supposedly the Mexicans did it. They wrote a nice little letter saying, "Hey, we sorry, Holmes. Like, here's your people, here's your amigos. Hey, I'm sorry, Holmes. I'm sorry about the other two."
And that was pure racism right there. That's racist.
That was my black accent.
No, it wasn't. But the Mexican cartel apologized. I can't believe it. They're gonna cancel you, co-host. They're gonna make me replace you for an episode. We're gonna have to call in real good _ Doty.
Even the John Morant me.
Yep, we're about to put you on a forced 2-game suspension, but 2 podcast suspension. But basically, the cartel turns over 5 men they say are responsible for the kidnapping of Americans, and they turned them over with the truck, which had like weapons and other things. And they wrote this letter. I'm not gonna read it out to you, but
It's not even in Spanish. It's hieroglyphics.
yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. You can read it on your own time.
Is that a diamond or is that an O? Is that a D?
Just let it be. You're not gonna figure it out. But basically, they're basically trying to dodge the heat, and some people speculate that maybe these aren't even the guys that did it,
It's not.
but they're trying to do that so that way these are the guys that go down, and basically America leaves it alone at that point. But it also could be the guys that actually did it. And even in gangs and cartels, they have a code, and if the code is not to hit Americans and they hit them, they might do something like this to make examples out of them to teach the other ones, do not do this.
I mean, that makes perfect sense. I get you. Like, the rule is don't do this on a certain day. You do it, you violate, you get violated. I mean, I understand people get violated, but I still don't feel like this is the people that did things that they did.
I think it could be. I think it might be.
See, I mean, and then at first I was like, man. Then at first when I saw a picture of one of the Mexican people that they caught and they arrested, he was like 5'0", and I was like, man, how's anybody scared of him? But then I realized like they came up with body armor and these big guns and all that stuff. So I mean, I understand, and it's crazy in Mexico. Like, I still don't understand why people continuously go there for vacations. And
yeah, you better never go there. After your comments on this show, they're gonna get you for sure.
Listen, what are you talking about? I love Mexicans. I'm drinking margarita right now. My co-host is Mexican. I'm basically part Mexican.
No,
we had
I'm gonna send the cartel this clip, and they're gonna stop outside your place with the van.
Mama,
throw you in.
Mama, help me.
I'll be like, "What's the reward for this guy?"
Disrespectful.
I was like, I'll hit you in the DMs, cartel. But RIP to the people lost.
Yeah, RIP.
I'm sorry. We don't know how to be civil. We're sorry. There was Americans lost, and we're truly sorry that happened to them. And let this be a lesson to other Americans that it's really not that safe. So unless you going down there with the army, or you flying directly into a place that's secluded, that's a tourist only place, man, even then I would just go somewhere else. You can find cheap vacations everywhere. You could go on a cruise.
Go to Houston.
No, it's like the same thing. You're going to have the same problems, but you ain't going to have just the cartel.
Listen, if all the cartel are after me, all the Houston people are after you.
Hey, it's all right. They can't find me. And I might come back.
Man, speaking of coming back.
Just to whip some butt.
Whoa.
Well, bam.
Speaking of getting ready to whoop some butt, this next topic here, I know he got the belt ready, got it cracking, because he tired. He tired of telling